Welcome to Legacy, the business succession podcast. Hi, my name is Jared Pilon, and I will be your host. This podcast is dedicated to one topic that every business owner will face at some point: succession. How you transition out of your business, what happens to everything you've built, and how to make sure that transition is thoughtful instead of chaotic. Today's episode is foundational. We're answering a simple but critically important question. Why does every business owner need a succession plan? This episode is for educational purposes only and is not specific legal, tax, or financial advice. Let me begin with something direct. Every business owner will exit their business one day. No exceptions. You will either sell it, transfer it, wind it up, or leave it unexpectedly due to illness or death. The only uncertainty is how and when that exit occurs. And yet most business owners operate as though an exit is optional. We plan for growth, we plan for taxes, we plan for expansion, we plan for financing, but we often do not plan for departure. Succession planning feels distant. It feels like something that belongs in a later stage of life. But here's the reality: the future does not wait for readiness. Health changes, energy levels shift, markets fluctuate, opportunities arise, and sometimes an unsolicited offer appears when you least expect it. Sometimes a personal event forces decisions sooner than planned. If there's no preparation in place, those decisions are made under pressure. Pressure compresses your options. When people hear the phrase succession planning, they often equate it with selling the business. But succession planning is much broader than a sale. It is the structured process of preparing your business and yourself for the day when you are no longer running it. That could mean transitioning ownership to children. It could mean a management buyout. It could mean selling to a competitor. It could mean retaining ownership but stepping back from daily operations. Succession planning is not about predicting an exact exit date. It's about building readiness long before that date arrives. At its core, succession planning is risk management. For many business owners, their business represents the majority of their net worth. It's not a side investment. It is the primary financial engine in their life. If that engine stalls unexpectedly, the consequences can be significant. Think about what creates value in a privately held business: consistent cash flow, reliable systems, stable leadership, documented processes, strong customer relationships, clear financial reporting. If an owner is central to every major decision, every client relationship, and every strategic decision, that creates concentration risk. Risk affects valuation. Buyers do not pay for chaos. They pay for predictability. If something unexpected happens and there's no clear succession plan, uncertainty spreads very quickly. Employees wonder who's in charge. Key managers hesitate to make decisions. Customers question the stability. Suppliers tighten terms. Any potential buyer is uncertain on their position. That often means lower values. Succession planning protects value before it's tested. There's also a relational dimension. Many Canadian businesses are family-run or intend to become family-run, but family succession without structure can become complicated very quickly. Consider a simple example. 2 children, one works in the business full-time, one does not. If ownership is equal, is management equal? If management is not equal, is compensation equal? If ownership is unequal, how is fairness defined? Without early communication, assumptions take root. If assumptions unchallenged become expectations. Expectations, if unmet, become resentment, and resentment can fracture families. A well-designed succession plan creates clarity around ownership, roles, compensation, and long-term vision. It forces conversations early when flexibility still exists. That clarity reduces the likelihood of conflict later. There's also the employee perspective. Your employees have built careers around your company. Some may have been with you for decades. They rely on stability and they rely on leadership direction. If succession is unclear, talented people may leave because uncertainty feels too risky. Planning ahead signals stability. It communicates that transition will be intentional, not abrupt. Time is another major factor. Many business owners believe succession planning begins 5 years before retirement. In reality, meaningful planning often begins much earlier. Structural decisions take time to implement. Corporate reorganizations take time. Purifying passive assets takes time. Estate planning coordination takes time. Leadership development takes time. Reducing owner dependence takes time. You cannot delegate authority overnight if you've never done it before. You cannot develop a management team in 6 months if no one has been given decision-making responsibility. Strong succession planning is gradual. It's built through small, consistent steps over years. There's also a psychological dimension. For many business owners, the business is intertwined with their identity. It's where you have influence. It's where you're needed. It's where you make decisions. Letting go of that role is not purely financial. It is highly emotional. Without early reflection, exit can feel abrupt and disorienting. Beginning succession planning early creates space to consider what life looks like beyond daily operations. Will you remain involved in a reduced capacity? You pursue other interests? Will you mentor the next generation? These questions benefit from time. Succession planning, when done properly, gives you control over the narrative. It allows you to decide how the transition unfolds rather than reacting to circumstances. If there is one overarching reason every business owner needs a succession plan, it is this. Without a plan, your exit will still occur, but it may occur on terms you did not choose. With a plan, you retain agency, you retain flexibility, and you retain options. 3 practical takeaways. First, exit is inevitable. Planning is optional, but optional planning leads to unavoidable consequences. Second, time is your greatest advantage. The earlier you begin to prepare, the more choices you preserve. Third, succession planning predicts more than financial outcome. It protects relationships, employees, reputation, and legacy. If you are unsure where to begin, we have created a business succession plan ebook that is available on our website at legacyllp.ca. It walks through the core components of thoughtful succession planning and can help you identify areas where further discussion is warranted. It's designed as an educational framework to help you think more clearly about readiness. You can download it directly from our website, legacyllp.ca. In the next episode, we'll clarify the differences between exit planning and succession planning and why understanding this distinction improves long-term outcomes. Thank you for listening to Legacy, the Business Succession Podcast. If you are building something meaningful, it deserves a thoughtful transition. We'll talk again soon. Take care.